Welcome to our voters informational video. Our voters meeting is November the 8th, 2020 at 12:15. We'll be offering both a live and a Zoom voters meeting. The purpose of our meeting is a proposed organizational change. You may not be aware that our current board structure is large for the size of our church. In fact, it has always been difficult maintaining a full slate of elected officers and elected board members. It takes 74 members and staff to fill all the officers, directors, and members of boards as required by our bylaws. Our current board structure consists of 5 officers, a president, first vice president, second vice president, treasurer, financial secretary. Each board is required to have a director for each of the following boards: elders, Christian education, church properties, public relations, social ministry, school ministry board, stewardship, evangelism, family life, and youth. There are 3 required non-voting members of this board: pastor, principal, and recording secretary. According to our bylaws, it takes 72 elected positions, 18 officers and leaders, and 54 additional members to fill the entire structure. Just a note, we elect that entire structure every other year. The good news is, today we have 30 members serving on the board of directors and members of boards. Thank you for your willingness to serve and lead our ministry. To God be the glory. The challenging news is we have 42 vacancies, 5 boards without members, 4 boards without leaders. Today we have an active membership of 373, of which 326 are coming to church regularly before COVID-19. Additional good news, there are new members coming to faith. People are anxious to attend adult confirmation classes, children who need to be baptized, people who want to transfer their membership to our faith family. The reality for our leadership pool is this: if you remove the ineligible members to lead and serve, children, youth, college student, and others, we have about 281 adults who are available to serve from our active membership, which means in our current structure, 1 out of every 4 adult members must serve on a board in order to fill every position as required by our bylaws. Which leads to the question, is a change in structure needed given our current membership and leadership pool? If we are to be more effective in serving our faith family and community, we need to reduce the number of boards. I posed this question to the board of directors in a late summer board of directors meeting. I shared my concerns about a nominating committee attempting to fill all the positions of board directors and members. I asked to assemble a small team, Paul Arndt, Peter Amlingmeyer, Gary Nuremberg, and myself, to work on a restructuring plan to bring to our voters' assembly. The following is the restructuring plan proposed for a trial basis for the next year. If this restructuring plan is approved by the voters, a nominating committee would fill a slate of candidates, bring the nominations to the voters for elections in December or January, and the new structure implemented for a trial year. Before the trial year ends, an evaluation will be completed, adjustments made as needed. If the new structure is successful, then a rewrite of the bylaws would be completed to match the new structure. The rewritten bylaws would be brought for voter approval and finally sent to the LCMS for their approval. This new proposed board restructure would consist of 3 officers: president, vice president, and treasurer. 5 boards: school ministry board, discipleship, elders, property, social ministry. There would be a total of 9 voting members on the board of directors and 2 non-voting members, pastor and principal. Starting at the top left with the school ministry board, we'll have a director, 6 additional members. This board is unchanged. At the top center, social ministry would have a director and 2 additional members. Moving to the right, discipleship, formerly Christian education, will have a director and 5 additional members, each designed to oversee areas of ministry. Adult education and connection groups, family life, children's ministry, Sunday school, nursery, youth ministry, middle and high school, and confirmation. Elders will have a director and 7 additional members. This is a reduction from 12 to 8, but the board's functions remain the same. Board of Church Property will have a director and 2 additional members. The treasurer and the business manager will attend monthly meetings as needed. The business manager, as a paid employee, will be a non-voting member. Now, what boards are eliminated in this new structure, and how will their responsibilities be addressed? 5 boards are eliminated: family life, youth, stewardship, evangelism, public relations. How will their ministry responsibilities be addressed? Stewardship and evangelism will be taught under discipleship, primarily through connection groups, adult Sunday school, and worship series. Youth and family life will be added to the Board of Discipleship. Public relations will be led by staff, pastor, and principal. Now please make a note. Board members may act as committee and team leaders in order to involve many members in our ministry. The function of the Board of Directors will remain essentially unchanged, minus one of the vice presidents. The executive team will continue to function as outlined by the bylaws. Will be comprised of president, vice president, treasurer, non-voting members, pastor, and principal. Finally, our paid staff will pick up responsibilities of the recording secretary, financial secretary, and membership secretary. The business manager will oversee the tellers and the responsibilities of the financial secretary. The office manager will pick up the responsibilities of recording secretary and membership secretary, entering and recording individual offerings and attendance, worship, discipleship, serving, and fellowship in our Church Community Builder Database, or CCB. Well, thanks for listening, and we look forward to seeing you as a part of our Voters Assembly meeting coming up on November the 8th at 12:15. Be blessed.